The serial cat killer in Santana, California is still free. So Alejandro Oliveros Acosta was arrested last week for unaliving cats, and he was released on Thursday, and then he continued on to unalive another cat less than 24 hours after being released. So bear with me, this might be a little bit of a long video with the updates going on. So Alejandro has been moving around a lot in between family members' house because people have been protesting outside of his house and then across the street where his brother lives. So Alejandro was driving a white truck, but he since took off the license plate from his truck and has been seen driving around in a green Ford Runner. So law enforcement, like I said, hasn't arrested him, even though he unalived another cat less than 24 hours after being released. But there is some information. This is some information you can do to try and make a change, to try and help law enforcement realize like they need to do something about this. So when you're writing your letters, when you're writing your emails, please make sure to make a point in saying that his bond should be revoked. And there, even though there has been protest outside the house, outside the houses, I guess there's going to be an even bigger protest when he has court. So since police isn't doing anything, and honestly, the media seems a little bit biased in this situation, there has been people that have been taking it upon themselves to kind of do their own investigation. So they've been interviewing, Alejandro's neighbors, Alejandro's family members. I mean, even a news channel was trying to tell people that were protesting that they were protesting outside the wrong house. But this content creator named Chris without a Hellcat was able to retrieve mail from the house and show that they had the right house. So he also interviewed Alejandro's brother and Alejandro's brother-in-law. I don't know, those two, in my opinion, are very shady. They're trying to cause a lot of confusion. Neighbors have said that allegedly Alejandro's brothers or Alejandro's family, Alejandro's boyfriend, were also seen abusing these cats. And Alejandro's brother has said that people have been calling animal control on his dog, and the animal control gave him a warning. And I want to know what they give him the warning for. But other people are saying that that dog is Alejandro's dog, and that Alejandro had a smaller dog that has since been missing, but allegedly Alejandro was abusing the dogs as well, like the dogs were victims too. Now, Chris was also able to interview another neighbor. He said that Alejandro has been unaliving cats for about 3 or 4 years, a lot longer than the information that we had received. And, the neighbor did say that Alejandro would lure the cats to his house, and then, they would see the cats unalived in the street. But there's other people that are also saying that he would lure the cats to his house with food, and then put things in the food. And then that there was an alarm that would let him know when a cat would enter his property. So I mean, I believe that his family should be investigated as well. And I want to know where the smaller dog is. And the neighbors are so sick and tired of all this. They're talking to people. They're in the comments. They're, being interviewed by people in the street. And a lot of people love to blame the neighbors. But the neighbors had been telling law enforcement for a long time. But what do you guys think of all this new information? Of course, this is all allegedly, when it comes to his family and his boyfriend. But do you think law enforcement is finally going to start paying attention because this is getting a lot of attention? Let me know. Let's talk about it in the comments.